Hi everyone and welcome to this new tutorial. Today we are going to see how to manipulate files and directories in Qt. Let's get started. Qt provides a comprehensive set of classes for working with files and directories. We have just created a simple console application for this tutorial, and we'll start creating files. First of all, the class responsible of creating files in Qt is called QFile. It's QFile. But before starting with our files, let's define a path that we will be using as file path for storing all our files and directories. So I've just created a QString path, and this is the path or the directory from which we'll be working. Now, let's create a QFile object. This is the syntax QFile file. Inside the, the brackets, you put the file name. So the file name is the path plus the name of the file. Example.txt. Now let's open in that file. So this is syntax if our file open. Now we need to enter the open mode. We have several open modes. We have not open, that means the file not open. We have read only, that means the file is open for reading. We have write only, that means the file is open for writing. We have read write, that means the file is open for reading and writing. We have open, that means the file is in open mode. That means each time you will add an information inside that file, it will not delete previous information. It will just continue happening at the end of the file. You also have truncate. That means the file is truncated before it's open. That means all earlier contents of the file are lost. Okay, so we'll first open our file in the read mode. We use QFile, read only. So if the file has been opened, you can use qdebug file open. File not open. Okay, the file has been opened. Now, how to read the data from that file when it is open? We can use, there's two ways. We can use a byte array to read all the data inside the file, or we can read line per line. So with the byte array, the syntax is byte array data equals file dot read all. And then we can print the result. So this is the content of our file. Let's add more contents to our file because we'll read line per line. Okay. You will see the result of the read all. Okay, this is all our file. You can see this rn part of the string is for going to a new line. Now let's read the file line per line. If I do, I'll first of all create a string representing each line. And then I will do while the file is not at end, while the file is not at end, we read that line and then we print it. Okay, I remove the read all part. Okay, you can see the file has been read from line to line. Okay, there is also a way for writing to file. So to write to file, we can use the write function. But before doing that, we will change the open mode from read only to read write. Okay, so that we can write to the file. So we have displaying. So before displaying all the line, we can call file write hello world. Now after writing the file, we can close it. So this is the text you have just written to the file. Okay, there is also external classes for reading and writing files. We have, for example, Q text stream. We have Q text stream, which is a class used to read and write text file. So let's see how we can work with QStream. If the file has been opened, you can create a QText stream. That handles the file. Now, for writing to the file, we just use stream my data. This is the syntax. So this is syntax for writing to file using QText stream. Okay, there is also another syntax for reading, but you can see that my data has been written already. See my data. So to read the data using QText stream. So while stream red line into our line, we can now print it line. Okay, this is the result. There is also the class Q data stream used to read and write binary files. So this is the same syntax. Now we'll be seeing how to create directories. Okay, so to work with directories, we use the class QD. So let's create a directory object QD, the object of the directory, the object name of the directory, and then inside the brackets you can add the path for the directory. So I will just add our path variable. Okay, now to create a new directory, you can just call our D object and then mk directory. Let's call that new directory files. You will see inside our folder, the folder file has been created. You can also rename a directory. Calling dir rename. The old name is files. The new name is, let's say, objects. Okay, it has renamed the folder files into object. There is also a way of removing a directory using dir remove directory, the name of the directory. You just add objects. So if we go side, okay, object has been removed. Directory object has been removed. You can also remove files. Good. All right, guys. This was a simple tutorial about managing files and directories in Qt. I look forward to seeing you in the next training session.